DrRhil. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button and go to YouTube and subscribe. I got a word for y'all today. We going. So, one of my friends, who I love, right? She made a post about a guy who. Hold on. Let me do my production work because they don't be wanting my stuff to be public. Gotcha. So, she made a post about a guy in her inbox who was talking to himself for years and years and years. And then she's actually entertaining him from time to time. And then he got mad at her and told her to humble herself and this and that and the third and the fourth. Now, here's the thing about it. The word of the day is understanding the power of not giving your power to other people. So this particular guy got mad because he didn't get an opportunity, he was thirsty or whatever, which, you know what, I'm glad. I'm going to talk about that too. So this particular guy got mad and went off on her after years of trying to pursue her. Now, here's my thing. I said on another post that those type of men are like the men that make men look the worst generally. And the reason why I say that is because we could talk about a cheater, but that guy's got to know you. You know what I'm saying? Domestic or something, but 9 times out of 10, and you get hit by a guy, he's going to know you. Obviously, stranger, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I mean when I say that. So, for a lot of the complaints that women have with men, it be their exes or some guy they know. But this guy, these type of guys, the bitch fuck you if you can't get your number dudes, don't even know you. So they just generally make men look bad. And on top of the fact that it's different in social media in real life, but in real life, they're already the type of people who at least have somewhat of the confidence to approach women, right? Which some men don't. And then for them to be the dudes to be like, fuck you, bitch, it just makes men look bad. But my point here is giving people your power. Like letting other people upset you. It's a lesson in not doing that in life. Like, don't let other people get you off your square. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're going to go about your day. They don't really care about you. And a lot of people, I see it on the internet and real life, all these things, blow off the handle of simple little things that don't even really matter for real. And you don't have to give it your energy. And it makes you upset. Especially in a world of selfish people. Like, people are selfish. So you have to use that energy for your good. If you know people are selfish, you can't let how they feel about whatever they feel about affect you. Because they don't give a fuck. And when it comes to men and being thirsty and all that, that's just the worst combination. Where you want to take your rejection out on her on the spot. You're lame. And that's something that you don't want to do in life. That's a lesson for your kids. That's a lesson for you. That's a lesson for everybody. Don't give your power to other people. Like, everybody be online talking about this energy and preserving their energy and matching energy. My thing is this. I'm not matching energy. I'm staying where I want to be. Like, if first of all, if I feel the need to have to turn up and get a certain way, then that's where I'm gonna be. But if I'm level and peaceful as my normal self, you ain't gonna make me be anyway. You can't make me do nothing. I'm not matching nothing of yours. If I don't like your energy, I'm not matching it. I don't even want you to have it. Think about it like clothes. Think about it like clothes. Would you match somebody that you don't like what they wearing? No. So why would you match somebody energy you don't like? Go to hell. I'm not matching nothing. I don't have to. You what? You better get on my level of my energy. And for some people, and a lot of people, in a lot of cases, you not listen. You being nonchalant when someone else is angry or make them more angry. Like, yo, how dare you not be as angry as me? I want to get back to the thirsty thing, but I'm gonna give this example while we here. This girl, it's a video going viral right now. Some of y'all probably seen it. She told him she wanted to break up with him. She was moving on to break up, and he like, okay, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. And she got mad. Like, oh, if that's how you feel, then you're not going to fight for me? You're not going to do all this? He like, what do you want me to do? She said, I want you to say something. I want you to do it. Like, yo, you already done made up your mind. Like, you came here saying that you wanted to break up with me. Like, what am I going to say to you? She was mad that he wasn't. She said she wanted him to fight for her. Like, yo, no. Don't come here playing games with me. To try to prove something. I don't want to play a game with my love and my relationship. You want to break up to see if I will fight for the relationship. No, don't even play like that. And you, so is this the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Why would you even want to play about breaking up? That's dumb. But the point that I'm making is he didn't give her his energy. And then when she still turned up, he still didn't give her the energy. So don't fly off the handle at somebody today. That's my word for somebody. Like, don't fly off the handle at somebody today, because they don't even need it. It's pointless. It's useless energy. And like I said before, I'm not matching nobody's energy, but if I do feel the need to turn up on you, I will. But not because you're doing it. It's because I want to. I want it to turn up on your ass. Like, so, no, I'm not matching nothing, though. But back to this thing of the men and being thirsty. Shannon Sharp. I seen a thing with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is getting pushback for comments he made about Megan Thee Stallion. And these dudes, first of all, if you haven't seen him and Ocho's show, it's a great show. Like, you can't teach chemistry. And those two, like they play football, like they got chemistry with each other. So it's just funny. And it's a fun show. And it's a fun show. And you know, they was talking trash, and Ocho always trying to hook Shannon up with somebody. And he like, man, he's asking him about Megan Thee Stallion, and he got to talking shit like men do. Like talking about taking a pill. He's an old man, you know what I'm saying? Talking about taking a pill and what he'd do, this, that, and the third. And he's getting pushed back, talking about it's thirsty and it's objectifying and all this. Objectifying Megan Thee Stallion. Like, how are we separating what objectifying is from the women who sell their, never mind. So, but my point here is this. We can't demonize indirect thirst. I see, all right, you know, men on the spot being thirsty, and gym thirsty dudes, gym creeps, dudes that unsolicited, you know, D pics, thirsty like that. We get it. But indirect thirst, talking about somebody you know, like me saying how thick Tim's is and how I would grab it and throw it in, and she can make me sweat and holler and make me lose my breath on her. I can't say that. All of the y'all must be, you must not like women on the internet now. You get demonized for indirect. We talking about indirect thirst. Like, what the? Come on, man. Like, what is we doing on this internet? So we have to do better. And like I said, but it's a bunch of miserable people on this app. That's why it be happening. That's the real reason why it takes place, because nobody knows the difference between sanity and insanity. But I tell you what. Let's get into this, man. And I don't even know these guys' names. I think the picture is too big. Maybe I seen the names. Maybe I cut the names off. But these guys, this guy right here, okay. They're hockey players. They're teammates. And they have a national mom's trip. So this guy right here is Stifler. And that's Stifler's mom. So therefore, this guy and his mom, and this guy right here got caught on the mom's trip, sleeping with the mom. And I don't mean in a nap. So on the national mom's trip, the mom got caught sleeping with the teammate. You know who I'm holding accountable? The son. You knew your mom was a freak. And you gonna leave her on the girls' trip with this dude. He looks like one of them white dude players. Like everybody got their own version of a player. Like everybody got their own nationality of player. He like one of the white players. He look like one of the white dudes that gets women. And you don't. You look like one of the nerdy dudes. He got some cheese though, so I know he get women. What I'm saying, he might not. So he probably just focused all on hockey and not let no distractions get his way. And then his mom is the distraction. So what you gonna do? Fight your teammate? Get mad? Want to scrap? Listen, the accountability went through her cooch. If you can't say nothing to a whole one party, then what you gonna say to him? Dude, you shouldn't have shut up. Don't nobody want to hear nothing. So it is what it is. What you want me to tell the mom? Hey mom, you should have got some from this millionaire young guy. Who else is she gonna date on that level? Who else is just running down? What else other millionaires is she knocking down the door of there? I bet you his dad's not a hockey player or a professional hockey player. He should be happy she's moving up in the world. Most women have kids and dudes. It's a high value man right there. Dating a single mom. It's defying all the odds. Where's all the women that hate Kevin Simmons? Y'all better. So it's an interesting post right here. So I seen Sansaray posted this. And it's interesting timing because I had made a video like a long time ago, like a year ago, about Sansaray, and somebody on TikTok had just liked it. You know, your mentions that popped back up. So I had clicked on the video they liked, and it was about her. And she was saying, women want to manipulate men, right? And she said, especially if it's a light-skinned content creator doing this. So she had took like some indirect shots at just light-skinned people, period, but especially light-skinned content creators. And I had made a video about it, like, yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, how dare you? But, and then so maybe there's a connection here or not. But she was making a major point. She was talking about how, because this is Forbes magazine, and they got Lotto on there, and she like, yo, all of the women CEOs and women owning businesses and running up the bag like that, and y'all want to highlight her on the album on the Forbes, and it makes sense, like, because we live in a culture where if you're making money, people's like, if you're making money, it don't matter how you get in the bag. I mean, it kind of matters how you get in the bag, at least a little bit, for your image sake, especially when how do we want Black culture represented? Like, it's different when people are sitting back talking about it, when you're watching a Sexy Red video and watching a Suki Hana video and saying it. But it's different when the real representation, when it comes to making money, becomes selling sex. No. Because what is that saying for your daughter who wants to own a business or do it? Like, no. Maybe she should be a rapper in a bikini? Hell no. So I get exactly where she was coming from with this. This coming from a woman. It ain't like I'm saying it. I wouldn't have seen it if she didn't say it. And she was making a real point for business women. Because, and then like I said, a lot of corporate women, I don't know what corporate women be doing when they look at the internet, because they understand their image in a certain way to where how they got to represent a certain thing because of a stereotype, and how they're not like that at their job. So if you are a business owner woman, you ain't ratchet. And if you are, you're going to find out people going to keep leave you. People going to hate your business. People going to leave bad reviews. You're going to get into it with people, all that. But Forbes is now doing this. It's never been done before. And like she said before, the first Black woman on the cover was Oprah. So this is how we running it up now. We go from Oprah to Lotto. It's a hell of a switch. Now here's the thing about this. Everybody keep saying this. Here's the thing about y'all. The answer to this question is we don't have to. So the answer is no, but the answer to the question is no, and not for the reasons that women are saying no. It's because y'all put yourselves through hurt. Y'all put yourselves through hurt by, first of all, having this after the fact intuition. Like, all the intuition y'all talk about is something after something happened. Y'all put yourselves through the hurt of making up scenarios in your mind in which things happen where they didn't even really happen. It might not have actually happened. Y'all put yourselves through hurt through hypergamy. Like I said before, a lot of people can't afford to leave situations because you rely on the bag. And because you are so reliant on what this guy is doing, you can't leave the situation. And a man in that same situation is just like a leech beta fuck boy. Like, so it really doesn't even matter. Like, he's not even going through hurt. He's going through like listen. A man who is looked at totally different. Think about a woman who don't got no money and got a guy that takes care of her and talks bad about her. Now it's like he's a narcissist and he's controlling and he's all these things. Now think about a dude who don't got no money and a girl talks bad about him. Oh, he's a simp and a whip, and that's why you got to get your own shit, and that's why you don't ever move in with a woman. You see what I'm saying? It's looked at totally different. We know that as men. It's supposed to be looked at different, and that's part of the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. We don't have to go through the same hurt y'all go through. So the answer is no, because y'all put yourselves through a lot of the hurt. Even if we talk about the internet and the fake beef between men and women, women are saying a lot of this stuff that men talk about, that men respond to, and then y'all say men hate women when they respond to the stuff y'all saying. You put yourself through the hurt by going on Kendra G, by recording these videos talking about cheesecake and making these lists and doing all these things. You're putting yourself through the hurt. So the answer to this question is no. And because we don't have to. We never have to. And unfortunately, let's talk about the hyper emotional men. There's a lot of relationships that end in tragedy because somebody didn't know how to handle this. So the answer to is no for a lot of dudes who are in jail or took their own life after they took hers. It's a lot of people who can't handle it in ways you wouldn't want them to not be able to. So the answer is no in that way too. And you wouldn't want to see them that way. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it looks bad. Let me give another example of how bad it looks. Joe Smith is just getting drugged through the mud. She done accused. You know what? Did I got that clip? Never mind. We're going to get to it because I think I got the clip. So the answer is no. So a lot of people who don't have privilege will ask, what is privilege? See, because even when it comes to black people, we get this confused. And people act like everybody has privilege. They don't. So it may get confusing at times. But this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. They've been known about this. This dude was with a 15-year-old. Now, imagine being a parent. Now, imagine being a parent and you catch Josh Giddey coming through the tunnel and going into the bus and something that and with that. Now it's on you. But yet a $1 billion franchise knew about this stuff. But if you go handle and get street justice, if you go handle it like the dude who got George Chauvin in that cell, now it's on you as a parent of your 15-year-old daughter. You feel like, oh, they still letting them play. They're not doing nothing about this. Okay, let me do it. Then now it's on you. But they knew about it. That's your privilege right there. So if anybody asks, tell them this. Show them this right here. Anybody ever asks you, what is privilege? What do you mean privilege exists because I'm white? Here you go. You ain't got enough money for it to exist for you. But it exists. And here it is. It's in your face. It's so much so I don't even want to talk about it. It's above my privilege grade. Speaking of grade. Joanna Man is alive and well. Art imitates life, y'all. And I've been said this. I said people is gonna see the problem with this once LaBrisha James decides. Everybody that be arguing talking about brown sexuals. Okay. The world gonna change when you finally see one. A 6'8" jumping out the gym. Trans woman to go to WNBA, they're gonna be mad in the mug, and that league accepts all that stuff. They might as well be the ones accepting of it. They all go that way. They all part of the community. So, but this guy got reassigned. Funny that is the word they used, and that's what happened. He didn't get fired. He didn't do anything for allegedly. It ain't alleged. We see the picture. We see it ain't alleged. Allowing a trans student to play on the girls' volleyball team. So we ain't respecting pronouns now. So we ain't respecting people's rights to be themselves and call it what. We ain't doing all that. What's wrong with this? I see. What was the score of the games? Who won? Yo, see, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Art imitates life. When it was Joanna Man, it was a game and it was funny and it was a joke. Now it's real life and people mad about it, but they should have been mad from jump. I want to see it. I want to see it to be entertained. I want to see LaBrisha, the brown sexual. Everybody talk that brown sexual shit. I want to see one in the WNBA jumping from the free throw line on y'all mugs. Now, I got a point to prove. Let's get serious. All rise. The court is now in session, and I am Bow Wow's attorney. We are going to prove, Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, which is y'all. I don't care if you want to do jury duty. Cut the video off. You are now a jury in the court of this is why you don't just mess with any chick. I'm about to prove to you that this chick is a clout chaser. In any way, shape, form, or fashion that I can. Now, check this out. I don't agree. First of all, let's call cap. Cap. I don't think they agreed upon anything. The irony of this here, this girl's OnlyFans is $12. I don't think Bow Wow, as an old school player in the game, done been down that road a long time, which we'll get to in a second because of this first line, would go out of his way to spend a 12 on someone he can get for 12 and just see it. I know it's a difference between seeing it and being it, but not that much of a difference, especially for him. So I feel like the 15 was a stretch. I feel like if it was a regular guy that wasn't Bow Wow, I feel like the 15 was a Bow Wow price. I feel like if it was me or you or somebody else, we could stretch for the 2 or the 5 at the max. But he got the 15 because he's Bow Wizzy. The 12 was imaginary in her mind because she knew he had the 12 to give. They didn't agree on no 12. And for those of you, okay, what woman you know that's in that line of business that ain't getting her cheese before she even finds out if it's little in front of the name or not? And my thing is this how you know you stepping out of bounds and going out of the way. If this is true, what she's saying about this Bow Wow situation, this been a truth and nobody else ever said it, and he done got tons of women. So that's how you know you just doing too much. But here's the proof. Look at this. Look at her IG. I mean her Twitter. This is a post about her exposing some guy. I didn't even read the messages. I'm not gonna read them now. This guy, she's exposing some guy in the inbox mad at her. Now this one, listen, because Drewski had her in his thing, right? She did a little thing. She said, anybody posting the clip and not tagging me is weird. Why? So now because you're in a video, everybody who posted has to tag you. Why? Why do you have to get tagged in this video? Huh? I'll tell you why, Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, because she's a clout-chasing idiot. And I'm also here to prove that there was no agreed-upon fee, because anyone, like I said before, any woman who's ever made any type of transaction of this sort got their cheese beforehand. So they didn't agree upon anything. In her mind, she thought she was going to get 12, and she ain't get 12, and she not going to get 12. She wasn't asking this dude for 12. So you're trying to tell me this dude right here who was arguing about an Uber price and mad at that was about to pay $12K? No. You gave him the price that was the price for him, and you gave Bow Wow the price that was for Bow Wow. We're not accepting of the thottery and the clout chasery because you do a bad business. I'm good on that. No, ma'am. You cap. Listen here. Let me tell y'all about yourselves. Y'all using the internet wrong. What did I say at the beginning of my video about giving people your power? See, a lot of people on the internet make comment sections funny by not entertaining things that are funny in certain cases. And in other cases, people don't know how to handle genuine criticism. See, like the thing is, when people always say, when you hear people say, do we need to bring shame back? You want to know why people say that? It's because of people like Blue Ivy, not because of people like y'all. Some people don't see the room for improvement. They'll blame everybody else and blame. That's why it became a gender war. We'll get into that another part. So Some people don't see the room for improvement. Some people see you talking about them. Who was it that said, I forget his name, y'all, even though people still mention him in videos talking about they won't date guys. I forget his name. Somebody remind me that was saying, if you want to get a rich guy, you might got to lose 30 pounds, 40 pounds. Who's that dude's name? I forgot it again. It's on the tip of my tongue. Was it Keith? Was it Kyle? Something like that. But the point that I'm making here is y'all are using the internet wrong. And Blue got greatness in her. So your hating wasn't hating. See, I tell people all the time, I've been using this example for years, and I'm going to keep using it for years and years and carry it on to the next generation. If I see you out with a side piece and tell your girl, I'm hating, but I'm not lying. Blue knew she ain't look like them other dancers. So just because she a kid, she's supposed to kids. Y'all think kids is off limits. And this is what I'm saying. Everybody think kids is off limits. And this is why it's so many effed up adults. Because y'all throw them out at 18 and expect them to have all of this stuff, but they ain't never faced the real criticism like they was supposed to at 12 and 13 and 14. We ain't saying just attack a kid, but give them the proper, you give them that proper what they were doing wrong. And everybody's so soft and weak and can't take no criticism that we don't see no improving in people. This whole everybody's a 10. If everybody's a 10, nobody needs to improve a thing. Right? Wrong. So it's too bad that it took how old is Blue year old to teach grown adults how to move with this internet. And to also stop giving people your power. For real. Quitting not an option. What, I'm gonna quit because y'all said I can't dance. Your mama can't dance. Your mamie can't dance. I'm gonna get better at dancing. I just start doing this. What you expect? You know what I'm saying? And we done seen the glow up. We see it. We see her getting better. What you expected her to be, world-class dancer when she stepped on the stage? No. But I bet you she ain't give y'all her power. She used you as motivation. You're running your mouth about a great, an all-time great. Junior, all-time great junior. For real, for real. She got it in her. Don't play with it. So I seen a video the other day. My boy, I had seen it a long time ago, but the comment section it's a word there. So she was like, yo, it's a lady, attractive lady. She like, I see this conversation about protection and men not protecting women. She like, that's because men aren't supposed to protect women. Your husband's supposed to protect you. I'm not, my husband didn't sign up to protect you. Like, what are you talking about? And here's the thing about it, before I make the connection with this. That's how I know people didn't hear Malcolm X's whole speech. Like the whole him saying women are the most unprotected. Right after that, he said Muslim men protect their women. It was an implication there. He was talking to single women about how they move. If you really go listen to the speech, I said this before, he mentioned BBLs and skin bleaching and everything else. Wigs. I said BBLs. Go look at it. Go watch it. You would have thought it was from the 2066 to not 1963. Like, what are you saying? But the point is, the lady in the comment section said, I would divorce my husband if he came home and said he didn't help a woman was getting attacked. And I thought that was interesting because, of course, you would want someone to just not watch a woman get beat up. But imagine you breaking up your family. Like, we see why the divorce rates are so high. Like, that thought process to even say that you would break up with your husband over somebody else. Like, yo, you deserve a partner that isn't afraid to hurt other people's feelings to protect yours. Because at the end of the day, it's too many people who stay in domestic relationships for you to expect your man as a stranger to come get into some stranger's fight. How does he know or you know they don't do this daily? And now he crashing out for somebody that they gonna be having makeup sex. This is their weekly occurrence of fighting, but he just so happened to see it. He's a real man, and he gonna go say something to the dude. What you expect? You know what I'm saying? We're not mad at dudes who want to protect women, but at the end of the day, this people will understand this when if we talking about cheating, if we talking about the inbox, if we talking about some woman trying to holler at your man, you will understand you deserve a partner that isn't afraid to hurt other people's feelings and protect yours. But if we start talking about walking away from altercations that another person's getting into because it's not his business, then it's, oh, men are supposed to do. Okay, all right, you're right, they are. But what if they don't? She said she would divorce her husband. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, speaking, boy, I tell you, y'all be exposing yourselves, man. Y'all really be exposing yourselves on this internet. Y'all expose yourselves for the fact that every conversation can't be a what about men. You know what? I'm about to go get my notes. We're going to do it on the spot. I'm about to finish my rebuttal class. I got a rebuttal class for women. I have a rebuttal class for women. I have all my notes ready. Well, they ain't even notes. It's just bullet points. And I know the things I want to say. But, like, y'all think men do it too is the proper response to anything, but it's not. See, like, polygamy and this serve two totally different purposes. It's two totally different things. It's two totally different things. So, like, it goes back to can a man get all the hurt that a woman put a woman through, all of that, whatever it said. Is she paying the bills in this situation? Because in a polygamy situation, it would be ideal for them to have 3 incomes and doing it all together. But unfortunately, in this culture, people just don't think like that. So where it be the man taking care of 2 women, which, I mean, you should be able to do that if this what you want to say you want to do. And that's what a lot of women want to go for it to be somebody that could take care of them. So to have 2 husbands, are you taking care of them? And then we want to talk about every when it's straight men, it's always zest in play. Y'all always want to call something zesty. Y'all always want to talk about it might be this and it might be that, and he look like he this. Y'all ain't gonna shoot. Y'all ain't gonna go off. Go off, sis. All that. Y'all don't have nothing to say about either one of these dudes at all. Y'all zest meter takes no turns, and it's not. You know, anytime a dude says anything about women, your zest meter goes off. But it ain't flickering. I need some new batteries in your John. Is it good? You good? Is it on? Is it turned on? What you saying? Is he zest? Is he zest? Doing the black zest? Doing the other zest? Zest? Y'all got any light skin jokes? Y'all anything? You got something to say? Nothing? Yeah, nothing. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, cool. Cool. This how we're gonna play it. We're gonna be this fake. Okay, cool. You good. But I'll tell you what, y'all exposing yourself. So if you want a train ran on you, just say that. Just go ahead and say that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make it make some sense for me. You know what I mean? Like, or unless she paying all the bills, and then it makes perfect sense. She good then. I have no further questions if she paying all the bills. Now we need to talk about this, fellas, because women write a lot of posts like this, but then it'd be the ones like this that are true in certain cases. Even though we have to deal with this, okay, we have to deal with the middle part. Before we break this all the way down, we have to deal with the middle part because everybody gets to rate themselves good. So I'm not talking about the people who say they're good women, but actually aren't. I'm talking about the actual good women. Now, you may not know if you are one of them or not, but the people who know, and I'm talking to them. So maybe you still could feel like this all applies to you, but it actually probably doesn't. And that's why the chaos comes to you. See, listen, you have to understand chaos. A lot of women think they're good women because of the basic things that they do have and are, right? They don't ain't out here in the streets, they don't cheat, they take care of their kids, come home, work, they can cook, those basic things. But then you got all those things down pat, but then you actually are insecure in yourself and others. So now you're worried about what he's doing, checking up on him, accusing him of stuff, doing that, all of that. And then so now you're bringing the chaos. Within all your goodness, you're bringing the chaos just by being insecure. Also, it's the people who have bad attitudes. We've been able, y'all, I've been able to use this internet to now hide what a horrible attitude is in a woman. You just get to say a man can't handle this and these niggas can't, oh, and you soft if you can't do it again. No. There's actually such thing as a bad attitude. So aside from those people who I'm talking about, the ones that have bad attitudes and the ones who bring the chaos through their insecurities, we're not talking about them. But as men, we well, first of all, it's a select few men that give men a bad rap, but it happens consistently enough to where men need to understand. And I mentioned Kevin earlier. Well, I didn't mention him, but I mentioned him now. I mentioned Kevin earlier, but this is what, and I've talked about this before. The major difference between exercising options and cheating is understanding your peace and understanding the truth. So a lot of people don't understand the power in being honest and giving somebody a choice to be um a part of you having multiple women or whatever. You'll lie. You'll say, I don't even be on that. I just be out here getting in when you know you got a multiple women. But for some people, it's you 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 have to expose it. I remember one time, a long time ago, one of my homeboys, he had it was two different chicks he's dealing with. One, she is like, she don't care. She's still like that to this day. Both of them are still the same way as they were before. Well, the second one may have improved at least a little bit on what I'm about to talk about. So the first one, she don't care. She got her own nigga. She be out here. And then he had another chick that was crazy. I ended up busting his window, all these different things, all this stuff. And he like, yo, should I tell her? He was talking about the mellow one about the other chick. Like, yo, should I tell her? I'm like, yo, yes. Because she isn't the one that's gonna nut up and act a certain way and be crazy. She'll play a role with you, like she's your cousin and your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like you just know her. Like that's the type of person she is. So yeah, you tell her to put her up on game about it. You can't tell the other one, but the one that you can tell, you definitely do. For your peace sake. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna play the game, you're gonna be out here with multiple women, you gotta be that person. And a lot of women, somewhere, well, a lot of women, honestly, will accept that deal if you honest about it. Because especially if we talking about all these high value dudes, all these dudes, you know, upper echelon, all this money, they're gonna be able to provide that. Like I just seen a video, I just seen another thing with Shannon Sharp. We're just talking about Shay. He was talking about how if he was with a woman, he paying all the bills and this and that and the third. And it's like, yo, okay, but y'all gotta understand first of all, not even just him being a millionaire. It's the fact that the difference in money that he has as opposed to the bills. Like especially when he was making money. in the 90s. So he talking about he making $30,000 a game check and the woman rent $600. So he about to get 4 of these a month and make $120,000 this month, and your rent is $600. So of course he gonna pay the rent, and just because he messing with you, like why wouldn't he? It's not no object. This is his nothing money. Like what are we doing with that? That's taxes. That's something that's getting taken out that he don't see. You know what I'm saying? So it be the having the money to spend to where you know what I'm saying. So, but in terms of abusing good women, like yeah, men do this all the time, and unfortunately, it's not gonna stop because um of y'all selection process. Let's keep it real. How y'all pick dudes? It's always gonna be the dudes who can create the chaos. Y'all sure know how to pick them. Y'all sure know how to pick them. Now, here's the thing about it, and I said this before, and I'm gonna keep saying it anytime it's something like this, anytime it actually applies, I'm gonna bring it up. Y'all be online talking about men only talk about the dudes we pick because the women wouldn't date you. Well, I'm confident. I like to believe in myself. I like to think I'm, a nice guy. But I'm pretty sure. I'm just going on a limb to say Rihanna wouldn't date me. So now I fall into the category of I'm just talking about the nigga because she picked him and not me. Yep. How about that? You're right. Sometimes the worst thing you can be is right, ladies. You're right. I am now these guys that y'all talk about. Out of all of the niggas and the men, the extinguished men, they fuck niggas. I forget about niggas. Out of all of the people, out of all of the human beings on the planet of Earth, for you to be involved with and have a baby with and be pregnant and be a baby mama for, you happen to choose, you just so choose one that had, well, you know what? When did Rihanna have her baby? When did Rihanna and ASAP start dating? In 20. So, and this is what I'm saying. So if they started dating a year before this is what I'm saying. At some point in time in your life, you got to understand leveling up. Like when you're reach certain things and certain status in life, you have to start doing certain different things. So why, with a millionaire, billionaire girl, you represent a billionaire? Why are you in these situations? Maybe she's going to get you off. Maybe you're not going to jail. Maybe, just maybe. But why are you in these situations, family? Like, how did you make it to inside of this situation? And as for Riri, how did you make it to inside of these situations? Because you done a lot of dicks. Let's keep it real, Riri. You've been linked to a lot of people. And so out of all the people to decide to have a baby with, you picked the one that caught a case. Like, none of the other people we've known you to be linked to have a gun case of a shooting. But your child's father has one now. It's like a curse. It's like a curse. It's like a curse. I haven't talked about this yet. I haven't said one word about this situation yet. But guess what? I'm about to stand on business. No, My problem with this entire King situation is this. Nothing that people are saying in justification equals up to a person being disrespectful to their parents. But I seen a thing. It starts with, okay, and maybe y'all don't care about this, but I'm telling you, stop letting your kids call you bruh. I'm not your bruh. So I seen the thing with him and Tip, and he was calling him bruh. Like, yo, stop calling me that. But anyways, oh, he lived with his grandma. We heard he didn't really even live there. He was coming there, and his grandma raised him, and this and that and the fifth. So what? So what? What's that mean? What's that got to do with anything? That doesn't equal up to. It's a lot of people who've been through a lot of different things. It's the people who've been through traumatic situations. It's people who've been SA'd and their parent turned a blind eye to it, basically, and they still don't disrespect their parents. Huh? Oh, we going there on this nigga. So nothing that I heard in any way, shape, form, or fashion gives the pass to you to now be disrespectful. And I never even seen the video. I just heard about it. I seen I did see. I seen it one time. Like, why are you having a teenage argument with your parents in public? You're supposed to be a better representation of yourself. Especially when you got, we ain't gonna call them superstar, but basically you were superstar parents. Who are you to say you standing on business? What business? What business do you have, King? You're somebody who grew up sheltered and now you look awkward trying to be something you're not. You have misplaced anger. It's a difference between being a street nigga and being hyper emotional. I don't know who told these dudes that being a street dude means being hyper emotional and being violent. Don't y'all see, haven't y'all seen the examples of what happens to those type of people? The hyper emotional people get the stupid prizes. They go to MGM and try to fight gang members when they're not even in the gang and then end up shot. Respectfully. So this is the culture that we in. People who see a false representation of the streets and being tough and want to be that. It's kind of crazy. I just seen a video of a dude. He was saying the dude said he raps about crime so the kids don't commit it. I said, call his bluff. Tell him to rap about being a P word and a rapist. Since you want to rap about stuff you don't want the kids to do, rap about you committing an SA, and I believe you. Do a song about how you commit an SA on a boy. Really call your bluff. If you rapping about stuff you don't want the kids to do, rap about SA and a little boy. Say you will do it. Then I believe you. Until then, that's the dumbest narrative that I could ever hear about. But it reminds me of this thing. I blame Tip. Because at some point we have to understand presence doesn't make you good. And provision doesn't even make you good. Being able to just give somebody something or because you got some money doesn't make you a great parent. You got to have the lessons. That's why I did on my video about whoopings. You can whoop your kid all you want to, but you got to have the lessons for them to remember. You got to have a vision for them to follow other than your footsteps, because they might not correctly know what they even looking at to follow. So if they just going off what they see you being, you giving them too much credit as a person to know how to navigate being like you. Especially when it's kids like these, they've been sheltered from real life situations. That's why he's having these arguments with his parents, because he was in private school and never was at the playgrounds that his dad was at, walking down the blocks and the streets that his daddy walked down to understand confrontation, to not even want to feel like you got to talk like that with your parents. Anybody that's been through anybody that really ever had to stand on business knows they're not going to talk like that with their parents. You're not standing on no business. You're not doing nothing but getting your little ass choked up and beat up and look stupid as hell trying to be tough. Tell people all the time, the tough people get the tough prizes. You don't want to win a tough prize. You don't want to be a person that wins a tough prize. You just don't. You never want to be one of them people. You never want to be one of them people. Especially with people, it's an ungrateful aura in our world. People like King don't understand their placement in life. He got lucky. And he's ungrateful for that. And that's usually how a lot of people are when they don't understand things that they didn't have to work for. He's a spoiled little brat. That's what he is. They made him that way. Like I said, it's his parents' fault. Because everybody just a different type of person. And it's all about how you deal with it. Like, you couldn't even imagine getting all these type of problems out of Major, because Major is a cool kid. He laid back. He's probably still the same way. I ain't seen Major since a long time, but it's Major. King want to be something he's not. He want to be a rapper with dreads, and man, like, he just want to just do anything he sees that someone told him is cool instead of being himself. Now, let's get into this video. I got video. And then this is different for us today. Now listen.
Really?
My boy Thon dropped a banger. Salute to Thon. Salute to the BLP family. But I had to put my sauce onto a little bit of these because I'm just me. So check this out. I wanna talk about this. This lady talked about this, so I'm gonna let her cook. I'm actually gonna let her cook, and then we're gonna run it back and put my sauce on it.
Black chicks are just not into me, really. I don't know.
I don't know if I could handle like some of those black chicks. It's
psych. I can't just let her cook. Now, I want y'all to think about this face right here. This is look at this face. When you see this face, does this look like somebody, when we're talking about dating someone, would you want someone to make this face when they're talking about dating you? In the middle of saying they don't think they can handle you, would you want someone making this face? Like, yo, I got somebody for you. Let me see a pic. Like, that's that face. Like, no. So let's run it back. Now I'm gonna let her cook.
Black chicks are just not into me, really. I don't know.
I don't know if I could handle like some of those black chicks. It's like,
It's kind of like you really got to be good at what you're doing.
Gosh, everyone is so upset about this video, saying that we're being sexualized and generalized, but I don't feel that. You know what I hear? I hear that black women are the standard. It's the attainment for me. You have white men over here admitting they're intimidated, scared. You have black men who are angry, bitter, sad. Everyone wants a piece of the black woman. Everyone wants to be like the black woman. But do you know what I tell us black women? Keep up the good work.
Now, if gaslighting was a video, that would be it. Now we're gonna run it back. Now that we've heard what she had to say, let's run this back.
Black chicks are just not into me, really. I don't know.
I don't know if I could handle.
First of all, the reason why black women aren't into him is because he's not black. And he's not a thug. And he doesn't listen to goddamn Lil Durk. And he's a white guy. Bottom line.
Handle like some of those black chicks. It's like,
What he doesn't want to say right here. He said they have a bad attitude. See, he never explained what he was saying. But since she wanted to put words in his mouth, I'm going to do it too. He was saying, I can't handle your bad attitude. And this dude piggybacked off it to try to be nice, to try to save him. He didn't even know what to say. Like, he couldn't even say, he doesn't date black women. Like, you can look at him and tell. He don't date black women. Like, it's not a thing. It's not his thing. That face he made says it all.
It's kind of like you really got to be good at what you're doing.
Why? Want to know why? Because and we'll get to this in this next clip, but there's a lot of entitlement in our culture. It's a lot of people who want to tell you what they aren't going to do and what they are going to do and what you have to do and all these different things. And if you're not like that, if you're not used to people being like that, it throws you off. And especially if you're a man coming from a woman, because it's like, yo, who are you talking to like this? And if it's a guy that does see, some people like being talked to a certain way. I ain't saying disrespectful, but it's like some people like just being like told to be quiet in a certain way. Like, yo, I got this. Like, let me handle this. So like,
Gosh, everyone is so upset about this video, saying
because they were smart enough to realize that these dudes were saying that they didn't want to date black women, especially the dude with the long hair. The people that were upset weren't going to sit up here and try to gaslight and turn a negative into a positive, because that's exactly what you're doing. And that's okay. But you have to see what it is, because we live in a culture where everybody talks this divesting stuff, but y'all don't understand that one of the major roadblocks between black people and white people is it's racism there. And then a lot of the complaints that men have about women, black men, they can say, this guy just has to make this face. I know what this face is.
Black chicks are just not into me, really. I don't know.
I don't know if I could handle like some of those black chicks.
I know what this face is. Some of those black chicks, it's like, what? You know, if he say it, they're going to attack him. But he couldn't say it. He couldn't say it. But y'all get mad when black men say it. Black men say it. They know what it is and they say it, and y'all get mad. This is not a saying you're the standard face. Why would she get up here and lie like that? This guy is not saying they're the standard. He's saying, ugh. He's saying, I don't know. So why wouldn't she be offended by this? Like, why would she try to co-sign this and try to make it something that it's not? And this goes to show what I was saying about Blue Ivy Carter. People don't see the criticism as a
it's kind of
correction.
like you really got to be good at what you're doing.
Gosh, everyone is so upset about this video, saying that we're being sexualized and generalized, but I don't feel that.
Of course they're being generalized because they were generally talking about black women, but whatever.
You know what I hear?
What do you hear?
I hear that black women are the standard.
For who?
It's the attainment for me.
How is it the attainment for you when he was saying he don't know if he could even handle it? And then he never explained to you why, but it's because he can't, because he's a white dude. You think it's attainment, and then you're listening to a grown man say, black women just don't like him. So you think he doesn't date at all? You think that stopped him from dating his whole life? You think he cared? You think that's not just a topic of discussion? You think that twists how he lives his life, huh? Okay. I bet you do think that.
You have white men over here admitting they're intimidated, scared. You have black men who are angry, bitter, sad.
Any black man that's angry and bitter or sad should watch videos like this. If the stuff y'all say on these apps doesn't entertain men, I don't know what can. So anybody that doesn't see this type of stuff as entertainment, like if you're a man and you get mad at when you hear women say stuff like that, and like, yo, she's crazy as hell. Yeah, that's it, dumb as hell. If you're not that type of guy, there's something wrong with you because you're gonna fall into a trap. Okay.
Everyone wants a piece of the black woman. Everyone wants to be like the black woman.
See, here's the thing about it, and this goes back to Blue Ivy Carter. If you don't see the criticism as criticism, you won't improve. Watch what she about to say.
But do you know what I tell us black women? Keep up the good work.
That means nobody needs to do anything different. You see what I'm saying? That means nobody needs to do anything different in their lives. Okay. But look at the marriage rates, look at the divorce rates, look at the dating app rates, look at all the rates. Keep it up, though. Don't do nothing else. Just do what you're doing. Okay. That's good advice, though. Let's move on.
Y'all, people did not care about women being hypergamous until black women started to practice hypergamy.
No. Let me let sis cook. Let me let her talk. And then we're going to go back.
And it sucks because we're the only race of women that have been taught struggle love, or taught to build with a man, or struggle in the name of love with a man, or to get with a man even if he has nothing to offer you. Like other races of women weren't taught that. But I feel like people are starting to complain now that a little 2 or 3% of black women are actually trying to put their little feet in the hypergamous pool. And it's sad. It's sad. We like it here. We're not going anywhere.
Stop it.
Listen to me. Let me run this back. Because I don't know, it's something about her. She got a certain type of aura. She not like the last woman. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't give
like
me the
the
same
black
vibe
woman.
as this lady.
But do you know what I tell us black
Not
women?
this lady. Not this lady.
Keep up the good work.
Not her.
Y'all,
This-
people did not care
this
about
lady got a
women being
peaceful vibe.
hypergamous until black women started to practice hypergamy.
Now,
And it's-
let me tell you why this is not true, sis. It's because nobody took their shoes off at the door. And what I mean by that is this. After years of, I don't need a man for this, I don't need a man for this, we don't need a man, we don't need a man, we're independent, we're masculine, we're this, we're the man, we're better than the man, we're the man, we are the man. Now, Nobody humbled themselves when coming into the door of hypergamy. And y'all are still, not you necessarily, but generally, y'all, okay, are still making these lists and saying you won't do this and saying you're not going to do that. That's not how this works. For the men who are the men who can be the hypergamous men, you got to be the list for them. And the women who they get and the women who they date are like that. And see, the problem with the internet is y'all have came in contact with too many men who are the guys who don't know women and who ain't been outside and don't understand. So it's a lot of us who have seen y'all. See, on it, we people act dumb and mistreat the simp conversation like, oh, you're just saying a good man that takes care of a woman. No. A lot of men have seen y'all how y'all mistreat these guys, and we've seen y'all date the older white guy or the older dude or the dude that's just giving you the cheese, and we know how you act with him, right? But aside from that, you think that every guy, like you think the guy, not you necessarily, but you think the guy that you're going to settle down with is this type of lame loser, and he's not. So when you come in and expect a man to do everything, you have to start being better at saying you need it done. So the reason why it's such a problem for y'all, because men always has been money. It's always been men take care of us. It's always going to be that's always been that. And every generation, every era, all of that. What are you talking about? It's always been rich men. It's always been women wanting rich men. What are we doing? But now it's, you want to keep, it's like because you got a job and can buy something, now you won't go to this restaurant and all this stuff. And this is what people do. And this is why y'all have such a hard time in the hypergamy conversation. And sis, look at you. You are you look a certain way, and everybody doesn't look like you. But however, someone who doesn't do the things you do to keep yourself up, doesn't eat the way you eat, doesn't do the skincare you do, doesn't do the hair care you do, doesn't do everything you do, meditate, and all these different things, can now say they're a 10 too, and might even get you to agree with them on that point. But that's not how it works for the hypergamous guys. So let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other. Let's just keep it real. We ain't never seen no NBA player with a big fat wife. We never seen an NFL or an actor with a big fat wife. We just never seen it. But you know what I'm saying? If we present that to the dating market conversation, now it opens up you're phobic, you're fat phobic, you're this, you're talking about women, you don't like women, you're this, you know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why black women having a problem in the hypergamous pool, because everybody isn't allowed in the pool, and y'all have sent the invitations to women to come to the pool when it's the men who send the invitations out, not y'all saying that you could just jump in the pool. You can jump in the pool. I get it. I see it even through your vibe, through your video. I get it. Everybody can't jump in that pool, sis. They can't. But y'all have told them that they can, and they can't. And it's men's fault for saying that they can't, even though y'all sent the invitations to where men's are supposed to be the MC and the caterers. So you sent out all the invitations, but now we got to cater and MC to all these people. We ain't cooking it. We did this. Is these people should have RSVP'd to know that they can't even be here. So y'all not taught struggle love. Y'all are taught to date hustler dudes and date that struggle love, if you ask me. But anyways, y'all aren't taught struggle love. No, y'all are not. It's just as so happens that the black community, everybody not balling. So who you gonna date? Nobody, because you work a job where you make 45K. So now you're never gonna date anyone. Maybe you work or your coworker. A lot of people meet and date their coworkers. But what if y'all make 40K? In real life, that's struggle love shit. So what are we talking about? It goes down to just people being real about how much money they make. So don't do this, baby girl. It ain't that. It's everything I said.
Been taught struggle love, or taught to build with a man, or struggle in it.
And that's how you supposed to. Yeah, you're not the only one that's been taught that. Every race has been taught that. People get married in college. People get married in high school sweethearts. I remember I just seen one of my homeboy, Andy, on here. Him and Kitch, they went to middle school with me. He just said they just celebrated their 23rd marriage anniversary. 23rd. You trying to tell me they didn't build together? I remember when they got together. You trying to tell me they didn't build together? You sound crazy. We graduated in 2000. They didn't build together? Stop it. So what you mean everybody ain't taught to build it, man? Stop it.
Name of love for the man, or to get with a man even if he has nothing to offer you. Like other races of women.
No, ain't nobody taught you that. Y'all taught yourself that because of how attracted y'all are to the dudes who don't have nothing to offer you. Stop playing with me.
Weren't taught that, but I feel like
who taught y'all that? Who said get with a man even though he ain't got nothing to offer you? Ain't nobody parents taught you that. Ain't nobody sisterhood taught you that. Ain't no dudes who got it like that sitting there player hating the dudes who you might like who ain't got it like that taught you that. Nobody's saying get with a dude who ain't got it like that. Come on, sis, why you try to throw that in there?
People are starting to complain now that a little 2 or 3% of black women are actually trying to put their little feet in the hypergamous pool, and it's sad.
And you just lied, my baby. It's 100%, little 2 or 3%. Baby girl, you know how many women we seen? We got video evidence of 1 to 5% of men. First of all, it's the standard. If you're not in the top 15% of height and not in the top 5% of money, you ain't even hitting on nothing. You broke if you ain't 100K plus in this society, baby girl. So don't do that. And it's sad that you just tried to pull that one on us. Now I was with you, trying to be with you, trying to help you out till you slid that one in. Now you're just trying to insult people intelligence, baby girl. It's 100% of women trying to jump in the hypergamous pool. Every woman wants their bill paid. 50-50 is a demonized little beta wimp. How dare you even have internet access if you want to go half on some bills? And you're going to sell me that? You're going to set that up and say 2 to 3% of women want to jump in the hypergamous pool? But, okay, let's have a 50-50 conversation then. What is that? What's 50-50? What are we doing? What's 50-50? Yeah, right. It ain't no 50-50. We can't have it. Where are all the 50-50 women at? Raise your hand. 50-50. Stop it. It's 100%. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby girl. Please don't do that.
It's sad. We like it here. We're not going anywhere.
Of course not, because it's been that way since David Ruffin was getting them, and damn Smokey Robinson was getting the hoes. And then in the 1930s, somebody in the roaring 20s of Harlem Renaissance.
Stop it. Get some help.
You can be hypergamous all you want, but what you qualify for is what you qualify for.
And the reason why he said that is because not necessarily maybe directly to her, but to everybody, because she said 2 to 3%. That's a lie.
Villainize men for not leading properly, to villainize men for not showing up in the...
If you keep focusing on how men are disappointing you and how men are not strong enough leaders, how men are not wealthy enough to date you, you are going to keep staying single because you are being ruled by your anger when it comes to your dating life. You are focused more on the negatives and the things that you don't want as opposed to focusing on the things that you do want. In this video that I clipped, there was a woman at the beginning who was saying that she does not want to be villainized for not being soft enough, for not being docile enough by the men that she's dated, because if that's what they want, they need to go and find a woman that fits that mold, and that's not her. And Trip was saying that is a conversation that needs to be had within the dating space because people want certain things. Women are saying men are too broke, they're not good enough leaders, XYZ, and men are saying women are not soft enough, all of these things. However, we have gotten into these gender wars so deeply that we forget that there's a lot of people who want other things.
Well, they need to tell the people who are pushing the main narratives to shut their damn mouths. The 50-50 people I just asked about, the people who are okay with splitting some bills, need to tell all of these women saying whatever to shut the hell up. Instead of saying, well, when y'all talk about doing something for your man, I be quiet because I'll trick on mine. Y'all need to start telling these hoes shut up.
I know quite a few women who want a house husband because they love.
You tried it. See, I was with you, and you slid that in. Why do you know quite a few women who want a house husband? You see
their careers, and that's what they want to do.
Yeah,
see, Here's the thing about it. That's a person who's selfish. A house husband, a maid, that's not a real, I ain't even gonna say that's not a real man. But what I'm saying is that's not what men want to be for themselves as men.
That's the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
Black women come to these conversations prepared to lose so that they basically win no matter what.
Right. He right about that, because that's not a man that men want to be for themselves. So why would it be a man that women want for them? A house husband? That's literally some woman who's single with a career sitting back talking about a man, an imaginary man. So she's created in her mind something that fits her. A house husband. He's like a nanny. He cooks, he cleans, but he still is a man. He still offers her dick and still all that stuff. That women don't want that. So she was right about people wanting other things, but those type of things are for the selfish people. Real talk.
It's called a defeatist mentality.
And she right about that. She's 1,000,000% correct about that.
Listen to this.
Same person that accused me of having sex with her daughter. Oh. She found panties in our, because we all share the same laundry room, and accused me of having sex with her daughter.
I feel like we are living in a simulation. These people just popped up to just make marriage look bad, make men look bad, make women look bad. On all levels, this is the worst couple. This is worse. This is like Krishan and Blueface, the marriage version. They keep popping up this toxic love in our face and expecting us not to understand what we're looking at. So if y'all didn't hear what she just said, she accused him of sleeping with her daughter because she found some panties. Listen to this part.
That is a wild accusation. Not to lie. Father and told him that we had sex.
I talked anyway.
Did you hear that part? Maybe y'all didn't hear that part. She said she called her baby daddy. Now I don't know how old the girl is, but I'm assuming. Let's say she's 18. Let's say she's 19. Let's say she's 21. Imagine your baby mama calling you and saying your husband has sex with your daughter. You're going to feel away regardless. That's creating confusion regardless, especially when it didn't happen. What would she call her baby daddy and involve another man for? What if he felt away enough to come try to do something to her husband over his daughter? I don't know how old the girl is, like I said.
I did.
So either way, like I said, we assuming she's of age in some way. When you involve the baby daddy, now you just being extra.
Yeah, that's what I
did that. I did because I was wondering. But you want my daughter, you were someone else, so you were someone.
Go to the.
This is ridiculous. That is crazy, yo. No further questions.
And cuss his ass out. Out to stay feminine in disagreements with your partner. I know. Your man just pissed you off and you want to get your point across by any means necessary. Trust me, I'm a West Indian woman. I get it. But there's a better way to communicate your needs and concerns to him. When you're upset with your partner and you guys just can't see eye to eye, before the disagreement takes a turn, take some time to be by yourself. During this time, you're going to take your phone, go to the voice memo app, and cuss his ass out. Say everything you want to say. What he did, when he did it, why it bothered you, all of it. When you get rid of all of those heavy, unfiltered emotions, it allows you to articulate yourself efficiently. And in turn, your man will be more receptive to what you're saying. Men don't listen to women who are carrying on and yelling. They listen to the woman who is soft and explains her dislikes and needs in a calm tone. I know it's hard, ladies, but try it out.
This is actually great advice.
It is. And the only thing that I want to add to what she said was, you erase the message. You know what I'm saying? What she said was, but when you have a disagreement with somebody, before you just go off on your man, go off on him to yourself in a voice message. Just say all the cuss words, all the stupid shit that he doesn't really even want to hear. And then you have to understand how to articulate to him instead of doing all this, the cuss his ass out. What she's saying is the cuss his ass out part is not going to work with him.
To the voice memo app and cuss his ass out. Say everything you want to say.
See, it's a problem that you want to say all this stuff, but if this is what it is, it is what it is. So
did, when he did it, why it bothered you, all of it. When you get rid of
you should be able to say what happened wrong and why it bothered you without you cussing his ass out. But if you just can't do that, then this is good advice to not do that though. Like you can't see. Here's the problem. Here's the only issue with this. For all of the women who will cuss his ass out in the mobile app and then just use that as a script for shit that they'll still just go say and won't know how to have the civil conversation. So if you got to bring the piece that she's bringing to even this video, just listen to her talk. Look at her. She just sounds peaceful. Like she's bringing peace to your life.
To articulate yourself,
you know? So you got to get that part down. Don't just repeat after what you heard after you do that part. So she was right, but don't repeat what you said. Let all the anger go once you get it out and have the conversation without all of that anger in you. Don't repeat the anger, you know? So that is good advice. That's pretty much it, y'all. I got more today, but I'm about to come back. We about to stand on business all day long. We standing on business all day long. So I got to handle my child real quick. Y'all hit the subscribe button on my YouTube page, man. They playing with the kid.